I think it's an interesting way of approaching it, because as obviously with any of these other approaches that people have taken, they really do essentially take whatever, say, you and I already know about reading, and they devalue it. They say, well, who cares? We're going to have a new system, and you'll just have to learn the new system. That's always the cost.
Which is always what turns it into folly.
Well, exactly, but and makes old books unreadable and so on and so forth. But what you're talking about is obviously a very different
training wheels for getting up into the orthography.
Yeah, no, I think
by
that's
visually cueing the variations in ambiguity, rather than having to carry around all of this stored up mental processing. It's like giving people street signs rather than having to remember the driver's manual.
See, any of the other kinds of approaches to this problem have essentially said we're willing to sacrifice those morphological relations to get this greater system of phonemic connection. And what you're saying is, I believe technologically I can give it a greater phonemic consistency, and I'm not going to sacrifice the
morphology, the history, the alphabet, the spelling conventions, any of it.
That's what I think is so interesting about what you're saying.
Well, it's a good idea. I mean, it's the idea that underlies the initial teaching alphabets, though I understand that what you're suggesting is very different in terms of the way it would play out. I think it's a very researchable question. And it would relate not only to the quality of the training wheels, but to the overall efficiency of the process compared to the sort of hit and miss.
These children are suffering. Their lives are being faded because of a technology accident that happened 1,000 years ago between two different kind of language systems. Nobody's been minding the store. People that have come together to try to fix about it have had the stink put on them because it meant going up against the inertia of this established inventory of writing systems. But that's a hell of a thing to do to our kids.
Yes, I agree.
We've got to change it.
It makes a lot of sense to me.